What's up everyone, Dave with K-Dubb Productions here. Today's video, I want to talk about subscription plugin services. That's right. I like them, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to talk about Slate Digital because I have a subscription there, and I'll tell you why I like them the best. But let's just start with the cost because I know that's one of the points of contention, and I'll tell you right now that cost is in favor of the subscription, okay? So at $15 a month, you're looking at $180 a year, which isn't that much money for a lot of plugins, okay? I mean, think about some of the other ones. In fact, I will pull them up right now. Look at this. So we have Izotope, right? And I've got Izotope. I like Izotope. I use Izotope a lot, all right? But if we look at something like Neutrons, look at that. 699, well, okay, so with that, but by itself is $349. I mean, that's a lot of money, right? And yeah, and that's one plugin, which does a lot of things, all right? I get it. It will do a lot of things, okay? All right, so if we say $180, okay, minus, because we want to know the difference, 349. Already you're ahead $169 for the year, right? And let me just tell you, okay, I have Neutron 2, right? They just had the 08 N2 bundle not that long ago, probably a year ago. So you're looking at, if you want to stay current, right, another $349 to stay current, because I have Neutron 2. If I want Neutron 3, I've got to, I've got to pay that. I'm sure they have a cross grade. Yeah, they probably have a cross grade. Let's just add another $200 and we'll have to subtract it to show the difference. So, I mean, it's just going to go up and up. All right, let's clear that. Because we can look at another example. Another favorite, right? Fabfilter. I don't own any Fabfilter stuff because the stuff is just too expensive. And if you've already invested in Ozone, you're probably not going to then go into some very similar functions and sound by going into Fabfilter. But I know that there is a bundle here. So let's just look at the bundle. I feel like they have a bundle here. I feel like they have a bundle. Okay. Let's just go with the Q. Because that is obviously, look, they got Dave Pensato there. Oh, there it is. See, okay, the bundle. I told you there was a bundle. It's $1,000. All right? $1,000. So that bundle gets you everything, right? You get 20 plugins, maybe. You get 20 good ones, right? Granted, they are good ones, okay? I'm not saying that they're not good plugins, all right? They're probably very well worth $1,000, all right? And I know that they are versatile enough to cover everything, all right? Just hold that thought because I will come back to that point, all right? Yes, they are versatile. You can do mixes and mastering on any and every material with this. I get it, okay? But that's a long way from $180. That's my point. Well, that's one of my points here, all right? And then let's go to Waves, all right? I have a lot of Waves stuff, all right? And Waves definitely has some sales, but let me just point out, the favorite here, the SSL 400, which gets you the bus compressor, which is probably easily worth the $300, all right? But you get the channel strips, right? And then you get the EQs of all of that, right? And a whole bunch of different varieties, mono, stereo, who cares? But the point is, it's $300, all right? It's almost double a 1-year subscription for one set of plugins, okay? I also know that McDsp, right? McDsp. They also have a bundle, okay? McDsp plugins are great. I don't own any, but I have heard them, right? So monthly, it's $30. You can buy it. Oh, look at that. They have a $100 deal. That's pretty good. I would get that. And there is a very good variety of stuff here. So I just want to point that out because Slate Digital is not the only one. But I know Slate firsthand, and I've been a subscriber for over a year now. And here's what I like about doing it this way. All right, one, you can see that the cost savings are there. Now remember this, you're paying $180 for a year for a lot of plugins. I'm not even talking about, this isn't a review of plugins. I'm just saying you're paying $180 for a lot of plugins. I promise there's more than you will ever use here in any one session, right? Yeah, you'll probably use them all over time, but for the most part, there's more than you're going to use here in any one session. The other thing is, I gotta click. The other thing about this that I like is they update the plugin list, right, with things, all right? So here's an example. When I first subscribed, I got the Slate everything. It had the, let me go back to the window here. You got the virtual analog bundle. So you got that, but there was nothing else here. There was nothing else there. It was really just the first set of plugins. Then they added on, and you got a reverb, a really nice reverb. It's really nice. Verb Suite Classics, all right? Then they added on the delay, the repeater, which is a really, really nice little plugin, all right? Then later they added the Air EQ, the full thing, right? It wasn't just a little module that came here. They added the full thing, which is a very nice sounding EQ, all right? Then they added this stuff, which I actually honestly haven't even looked at in probably 6 months. I haven't bothered to, look at updating, the plugins, or just didn't really need to. I honestly had everything I needed. Now you've got a synth, and then you've got kilohertz. And if you haven't heard of kilohertz, they have some, they're good, all right? They're good, and you get the whole bundle of kilohertz and some other stuff. See, I don't do guitar recording or bands, so I never get to use any amps, simulations, or any of that stuff, but there's a whole suite of stuff there too. So on top of everything you will normally get out of, let's say, one set of plugins, right, you also get anything else that they come out with, all right? So it's a great value, all right? The other thing I like about these plugins is that you don't just get, a plugin like, let me go back to the Fabfilter example. You don't just get a plugin that is versatile, one plugin that is versatile. You get a number of plugins that are very specific, right? And I mean, come on, just between you and me, all right? Are you going to want to use the same plugin for 10 years? The same in every single thing. I mean, every time, all right? If we're talking value for value, all right? And that's what this is about, the value of the subscription, okay? So let's take a 10-year example, all right? I already did the math. I mean, I can do it up there, but 10 years, $180 a year, $1,800, okay? And if you start adding up, if you were to get the suite of Izotope, right, that was $600 for ozone and neutron, right? Those are it. Everything else, I mean, yeah, Izotope has some good stuff, but really that's probably their bread and butter. So I'm gonna do that, 600 plus 1,000 for all the Fabfilter stuff, right? So that's $1,600, and you've got your stuff. And then next year, when they come out with the Q4 or Neutron 4 and ozone, whatever number they're going to be on, you're going to buy that too. Or maybe in 2 years, you're going to buy the upgrade, right? Because, maybe like Neutron 3 didn't add a lot, but Ozone 8 was a nice jump from Ozone 7, in my opinion. So, yes, sometimes it's worth it. You're going to have to upgrade. Now, just think, if we go back to the trend that I pointed out here with Slate Digital, just think of everything else you're going to get after 10 years with the same subscription. And in the long run, don't mind this math. I'm really bad at math. But my point is, you are going to save money, have a wider breadth of plugins, okay? And I think you're going to enjoy them more, and it's going to cost you less money in the long run. I might have already said that, but it really is going to cost you less money. And I'll tell you firsthand that I have bought a lot less plugins, and I'm still a plugin addict. I think a lot of us are, but I have bought a lot less plugins after really coming to grips with everything that I get here. I'm looking up because I'm still looking at the screen, and with everything that I get with that subscription, I mean, it's all I really need. I can certainly use more and do more, and I do, because it's fun, and that's just part of the experience here, I guess. But at the end of the day, I'm using probably at least 50% of the processing I'm doing is with my subscription, right? The bulk of the processing I'm doing is with my subscription, for sure. So anyway, that's that. I'm not here to review this stuff, but I will tell you that I think the plugins sound great. They are definitely the sound that I'm looking for personally in the stuff that I do, so it's working out well for me. I encourage you to check it out. I'll definitely link this stuff. Obviously, at the end, I'll say like and subscribe, because I don't really care. I mean, I'd like it if you do, but hopefully I helped inform you better than some of the other information that's out there, because I really do think this is the way to go. And in fact, that gives me an idea. Later.